What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another video. Today's going to be an unscripted talk video, and well, happy Halloween, by the way. Well, y'all aren't going to see this on Halloween, but it's being filmed on Halloween. So I just wanted to talk to y'all about the car community as a whole and how I think that people have their perceptions and values and everything kind of skewed these days. And what I wanted to touch base on is just how the car community these days doesn't feel as true as it once was, and it doesn't feel as genuine as it once was. And I'll get into detail about that, but this is just going to be a talk/rant video. There isn't going to be any crazy editing in this video. There isn't going to be any action shots. There's going to be anything like that. No B-roll, no none of that. It's just going to be me talking about my opinions on this and what I think these days and why this is. So point one I kind of want to get into is I feel that people are too caught up in more or less popularity or fame or just doing their build just to get notoriety, which is funny because I have a YouTube channel, but my point is I feel like people aren't building cars to build cars for themselves anymore. I feel like we're just hopping on the latest trend or the latest body kit, or maybe the latest producer, or maybe the latest wheels, something that just comes up, and you start to just build your car not for yourself, but you start building it for others, right? This is something that you have to drive at the end of the day. This is something that you have to get in and drive from point A to point B. My car, I drive it to work every other day. I drive it to college every other day, and you should be proud in your build and know that it's your car, not anybody else's. It shouldn't be built by your hundreds of thousands of subscribers who just want you to do this, right? You're the one who's going to be paying for all this, and you're the one who's going to be doing all of this to the car. Why not make it enjoyable? And that's what the hobby is supposed to be about. You working on your car to further your experience, learn more as a mechanic and how cars work and all the intricacies, and to ultimately understand cars and love cars more. It shouldn't be about, oh, this is trending this week, let me just throw this on my car real quick and I'll get lots of views and everybody will like me for this week, and then next week I'll do something different, or maybe I'll switch over to this, or maybe I'll do that. It should be for you. Cars should be about your journey with your car and your passion for them. Okay, point number two that I wanted to touch on is that people are too comparable these days. Everyone wants to compare this car to this car, or that car to that car. You have some people comparing cars to other cars that don't even own a car. They don't even have a driver's license, and they're still just online typing up, hey, this car is faster than yours, blah, 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 or this car is better than yours. Or you do have people that comparing different types of cars, and people forget that every car has a certain audience to it. It has a certain function to it. It has a certain appeal to it, something that would make the buyer want the car. Like, you get a truck to haul heavy shit and to go off-road. You get a sports car to drive like a maniac. You get a SUV to have a good practical family car. So everybody has to understand that every car has its own niche. Every car has its own group. So when I talk about comparative stuff with cars, I mainly mean maybe somebody says, oh, well, I have more cylinders than you, or I have more horsepower than you, or I have a better looking car than you, or I have, everybody just compares everything that they have, and you're never going to win that fight. You're never going to win or be on top for long, because someone's always going to have deeper pockets than you, someone's always going to have more money than you, more sponsors, more influence. You're not going to win that. Don't go through life trying to be the creme de la creme or the best of the best or having the most expensive, fast build, because you're not going to win. You're not going to win at all. You're never going to win. There's always going to be somebody better than you all the time. Even if you beat some schmuck on the road, you're going to have somebody else who's going to be better than you eventually, and or there already is. You just haven't seen them or met them yet. Right? It's the same thing like when I go to the gym. The biggest person in the gym, there's always somebody bigger than them, right? So just think of it like that. So wasting time and trying to contemplate, do I have the best car on this planet Earth? No, you don't. You don't have the best car. Nobody does. That's just not possible. There's so many different cars out there, different values and different price tags and all this other stuff. So yeah, that's point number two. Point number three, my final point, would have to be that people are being reckless these days. Really, really reckless, really, really stupid. You have takeovers, for example. You have people stealing other people's cars. You have people crashing other people's cars. You have people being irresponsible with their cars, right? Out in public places. If you want to go slide your car, drift it sideways, do some stupid shit, do it in a place where nobody else is going to A, get harmed, B, you're going to minimize casualties and property damage. I mean, you're not really supposed to do that stuff anyways, right? You know, but God forbid, if you're going to do that stuff, please do it as safely as possible. Please be irresponsible as responsibly as possible. And I'm tired of seeing videos of people getting hurt by, like, being hit by cars and underswiped, or getting run over by cars, or being hip checked, and all this other crazy shit that just could be avoided if you don't be an idiot, aka takeovers. Takeovers are freaking just horrible. I don't know why people even go to them. I don't know why people... Oh yeah, the same people that compare cars and horsepower numbers and who's better and who's this and ego, right? It's the same people that go to those, the same people that were from the last point. And this is all just ranting. I don't care what anybody really thinks about this opinion on the matter. I don't care if it hurts anybody's feelings. It needs to be said, right? People need to understand that what they're doing is A, harming the car community, and B, making it more toxic. So A, new people don't want to come in and be like, oh, well, what is this crap? These are a bunch of immature assholes. And then B, they're like, well, this is dangerous. I can get arrested because people are doing takeovers and blah, blah, blah. And we're losing people, good people coming into the community. I'm not saying all meets are bad or that all areas of car community aspects are bad. There's some great shows, you know. There's a lot of people who still appreciate, you know, maybe you like good show cars, or maybe you like going to tracks and seeing people get new PBs, or maybe you like going to autocross yourself and just trying to see if you yourself can become a better driver. Maybe you like just working on an install with your friends on a late night, even though you fucked up multiple times and you're still working on it. You should be done by now. It's a 30-minute install and now you're taking like 20 hours to do it. You know, those are the good aspects of the car community, stuff that we can all agree on and stuff that we can be mature about. Am I saying that you have to like everybody's build and that you have to love everything that everybody puts on there? No you don't. But keyword, just don't be an asshole about it. Don't diminish somebody's confidence in their build just because you think that yours is better, which again leads back to point A. Build cars for what you want to build them for, because at the end of the day, someone's always going to have something to say, something to compare to, something blah blah blah. Oh, it's just an Integra Type R, or it's just a Civic Type R, it's just a BRZ, it's just a GR Corolla, it's just a Mustang GT, it's just a this, it's just a that. It's going to be thrown around your whole damn life. Everyone's always going to downplay you or say some stupid shit, you know, because they're obviously so much better, right? At the end of the day, we should all just bond over the shared passion and love of cars, and we should just stop being a-holes. Just don't be an a-hole. Simple. It's really not that hard, you know? Just be a nice person. Be welcoming. Invite people out into the community who don't like cars, make them learn about cars, and just see if they develop a passion from there. But I appreciate you guys for watching this long rant video, and I hope you have a good one. Again, happy Halloween. Spooky bitches.